Go straight in?
Yeah.
One,
Go.
two, three. Yep. Hello.
Hello.
Who's this again?
Hello.
Okay. Welcome to whitspicks.
Yeah.
Welcome.
Episode
13.
Every week we're surprised.
Yeah. Well, because we're out of sync now.
That's true. Well, not to the listeners.
Not to the listeners, but we are.
Yeah.
We're an episode ahead.
Yeah, we should have a week off. Have a little holiday.
A little holiday. Yeah. We'll get to
Or
50.
maybe we'll watch 10 films
Yeah.
with an extra week.
Talk
Talk about them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
No, a simple joke.
It's just a lampoon.
How are we all?
Yeah, man, I'm good. Glad to be back.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Back in the behind the booth. Jack's got a new mic, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just
I mean,
it's just the same as my other one, basically. Just a USB mic. So not exciting, but yeah.
Well, you know,
But it is
something in it
something.
for the listeners.
Yeah. They always want to know what mics.
Well, you know.
using.
yeah,
There's
the gearheads out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. 13
There's an
episodes in.
affiliate link in the description.
Yeah.
10% off. Use my discount code.
Yeah. If you just use the code whitspicks, get 10% off a loot crate this week. Which it's a Whitspicks special loot crate made by Jim.
I've made everything in it.
Yeah, drawings, sculptures. He's only made
All
one.
old men.
Yeah,
Old metal, yeah.
and bums, celebrity bums.
Oh, the old bum folder.
Old
The
bum
archives.
folder.
Bringing that back.
Yeah,
The archives. Yeah. Jack,
Jim.
is it true you had a dream?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, you said about this.
I want to get onto Liam's story, to be honest.
I'll do mine first.
Yeah, okay. I haven't heard this at all. Actually,
Yeah,
this is
yeah.
all
I'll do
new
mine
to me.
first. Right. Yeah. So last Saturday I was at a house party. It was someone's. I won't say any names. It was.
They will listen.
I don't know. Probably not. I'll say names. It was just it's just someone's leaving do. So it was round Louise's house, who lives in Freshwater.
What address?
What?
What address?
Yeah. I actually don't know. It had balloons outside it, opposite the pet shop.
Be on
It's
the
the one.
lookout.
It's the one with the balloons outside.
Yeah. So anyway, it's just a normal, house party. I was in the kitchen just talking, and then it was about 11 o'clock at night, and this guy, what we called Ed, came around the back. I didn't know he was in, and he went to the garden. He's a bit of a stoner.
Right.
So he brought some, weed.
Drugs at the party.
Oh man, yeah, but I didn't
At
get
work, too.
At a work day.
Yeah, I didn't get involved.
How old is he?
Oh, I'm
Old enough to know better.
22.
Maybe not then.
Just prime. you know.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he's out the garden and he's with this woman called Shelley, who's about my mum's age.
Shelley.
Yeah.
Not the Shelley.
No, not the Shelley that we used to work with, Jack.
Oh, God.
It's a different Shelley. Well, she's about my
Another
mum's
story
age.
for another time.
Yeah,
That
yeah.
one.
Oh, that's a whole podcast dedicated to
Yeah.
Shelley. Anyway, so they're outside, and she's been on the homemade wine all night. So she's quite drunk now.
Homemade.
This
Yes,
sounds
mate.
like something from The Wicker Man.
Yeah, crikey. So anyway,
Good tie-in.
she's never done weed before. So Ed gave her, the spliff.
That's a bit
Hope
sweet.
get the terms right.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Jim wouldn't know.
Sounds right, yeah.
Well, anyway, so she's taken about 4 drags.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
Really
I'm still,
nailing the terminology.
well, I'm still in the kitchen this time, so I haven't seen any of this. But I've gone out, to the garden to see who's out there. And as I've gone out, I've opened the sliding door, and Shelley's just passed out.
She chucked a Wisey.
Oh, mate. Yeah, she's passed out, so there's people around her trying to get her up. So we're trying to get her up. She can't talk. She's
Talking
speaking
in tongues.
Yes, mate. And then she's sick. This signal comes out. She had to put her in a recovery position so she doesn't choke. She's been sick, and then her husband has been phoning her. She's got like 6 missed calls previous to this. So someone's answered her phone saying, "Oh, you need to come and pick her up. There's no way she's going to be allowed in a taxi." So the husband's like, "Oh, I have to wake up my 2-year-old son." So the husband's waking up the son. Yeah. So
so he can drive?
Yeah. We can't just leave the 2-year-old on his own.
No.
So he's like, "I'll be there in about 10 minutes." So we have to.
Okay.
You're right.
Were you doing a joke, Jack, where you said the 2-year-old could drive?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry, I didn't hear the joke.
Wasn't funny.
So he said he'd be out 10 minutes, so we have to lift her up to take her down to the drive. So we've lifted her up. I've got an arm, this other guy got an arm, and 2 people got the legs. But one of the guys who's got the legs is really drunk, and he's falling, so she's falling into a hedge. So, like, she's, her body's twisting into the hedge, and as she's twisting, she farts, which is quite funny. Yeah, I know. Man, it's horrible. Anyway, we get her there, onto the drive, and then she's just, it's crazy. She can't get in the car. This guy's got a people carrier. So it's like we're trying to put a body in a car because she's a dead weight because she's just not helping now. If we finally get her in the car, so she goes back, and then these other people follow that weren't drinking. They were driving to make sure she got back all right and she's fine.
They were following the car
with her husband in.
Yeah.
No, they don't trust the husband to get home all right.
I don't know. Well, because she was.
We'll follow them to make sure.
I think
make sure he doesn't just drop her off somewhere.
Yeah, it's probably more to help her out the car.
Yeah, sure.
Because they had a little kid there.
They could have got in
practical
the car
Liam.
Well, 2 people did.
Oh, okay.
2 people got in the car with her.
The whole party goes with
her. Everyone went.
The party's moving to Shelley's house.
Yeah, so anyway, after that I went home, back to Laura's.
Yeah.
And Laura and Jenny were there. They went to a party as well. And I just told them what I've told you. But my phone in my pocket somehow recorded 8 minutes of audio.
Oh, wow.
So it's all man. After I upload it, I'll give it to you. It's all muffled and stuff, but it sounds like I'm confessing to a weird murder. It's very weird. But yeah, I don't know how I did it, because you have to hold down the button to record.
Yeah.
So I must have done something in my pocket. And it's like 8 minutes, and you can hear like,
whoa.
Oh, we had to carry her out.
Jack will edit that in now. The best bits of that will come in after this.
I killed another girl with a chainsaw. I had to. She almost got away. And I ate some of their brains. And I tried to cook a little.
Yeah, whitspicks. We just want to explain it a little bit.
Yeah.
Didn't we say we were going to do that?
You explain what whitspicks is, or
didn't we say we were going to do that for future?
I think you were interested in doing it. Yeah.
Jack said as well.
Well, yeah, if you want.
So you miss pod talk, Jim, because you're always asleep.
Yeah, that's true.
That's true.
Well, that's just.
Well, okay, sorry, I was starting.
You can do it if you want.
Yeah. Oh,
it's your week. It's your week, so you may as well take the.
It's my week, so I'll do it. Whitspicks is a thing we do every week, where we watch 3 films. Usually, we collaborate on picking 3 films around a theme, but this is just this week is 3 of my favourite films. So I picked all 3 of these.
This is the end of the Letterboxd trilogy.
Yeah, it is. We're going to get back to some.
Yeah, fans will be pleased to know we get back to bad films.
Bad films. We've decided that it's not very fun to listen to us just saying we liked a film, because we tend to have less to say about a film we like as well. It's not like we like it and then we explain why. We just say it was good. So from now on, we're probably going to avoid too many good films. Get back to the Stephen Baldwin weeks and the Theodore Rexes.
Yeah, the Friends films.
The Friends films.
We could do a remake of the Friends films.
I don't know, because we
don't want to watch The Shrink Is In ever again.
I don't want to watch 6 films.
Oh yes, there was a lot as well. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it could be two parts.
Yeah.
True. That's true.
Well, and no, we've already got next week's decided, but
yeah. Anyway,
getting ahead of ourselves.
What's the films then, Jim?
Yeah. So we watched The Wicker Man, Suspiria, and The Devils.
Awesome week. Gonna say.
Yeah, it was a very good week.
Thanks. I was hoping you'd like it, because you hadn't seen any of these 3, had you, Jack?
No.
Liam, you had seen all of them, but you hadn't seen The Devils with the rape of Christ scene.
The bit that you really wanted us to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on.
It was a brutal scene. Right, go on then, Jim. Take it away. Devils.
So The Devils is set in is in 17th century France, in a little fortified community called Loudun, where I think it's in the middle of the plague and it's in the middle of the Inquisition. There's obviously lots of conflict between Protestants and Catholics, and it's also the time when Cardinal Richelieu is consolidating power and trying to unify France so that he's in charge of it. That's the context, I think, to understand what's even happening.
I struggled just I was like, where am I in
Yeah,
time?
exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
Because no prior knowledge to.
And also, it doesn't look like.
No, it doesn't look like anywhere.
Even though it's ostensibly it's a historical drama, like it's Ken Russell, so the sets are insane. Doesn't look anything like the real world's ever looked. Costumes are mental. The
KKK.
That's what I was.
Yeah, I think that's real. I think that's
I was going
part
to
of
say
the
I think it
Inquisition
is
costume.
real.
Yeah, I think that was part of like the Inquisition like panels or whatever. But like the king doesn't look like King Louis XIII actually looked, and there's all kinds of like creative license taken with it. So it is, if you haven't looked it up at all, it is hard to figure out even when it is and what's happening. But so the governor of Loudun has just died, and Grandier is played by Oliver Reed, is the priest there who's basically left in charge. He's a Catholic priest. It's like a little religious community mostly, but
he's magnificent.
He's fantastic, isn't he? So charismatic in it.
Yeah.
And
awesome.
then there's an order of nuns, Ursuline nuns there as well, who are completely closed off from the rest of the world. They don't see they're not supposed to see anybody. And then there's Protestants there as well. Richelieu is interested in tearing down the fortifications that protect Loudun because...
Wasn't there a promise made to keep it?
There's a promise made to the governor to not tear it down with the king, and the king is keeping the promise for the time being, but the king is someone who shoots Protestants dressed as birds who are running away from him.
Is that a metaphor or something? Was that
I don't know. Maybe not. It's certainly not historically accurate. It's not what happened.
But I was like, does this mean something else?
I don't know.
But
I think it's also just meant to, demonstrate his kind of cruelty and he's so completely detached from reality.
Yeah.
Because he's so absurdly wealthy and powerful. But anyway, as a way of, I guess, taking power away from Grandier and to be able to take the city walls apart, Grandier is accused of witchcraft. There's a bunch of hysteria around the nuns. The nuns are all a bit obsessed with him, but especially Vanessa Redgrave.
Oh, she's brilliant as well.
So good.
Yeah.
She reminded me of, you remember when we watched Lost in Space?
Yeah.
I always come back to the Lost in Space references.
Reminded you of the Gary Oldman creature.
The spider.
Yeah.
Maybe they were inspired by this film.
Maybe.
Hope so. I'd like to think that's what happened anyway.
So anyway, there ends up being a big witch hunt. There's crazy, all the nuns, there's like a mass hysteria going on where they don't even really think they're possessed, but they end up with the license to act possessed, if that makes sense.
Well, it's either that or they were going to be killed.
Exactly. So they're all acting but they're clearly enjoying it as well. It's not like
well, yeah,
it's licensed to like let go of all the repression that they. It's an absolutely wild film. Like the way we've described it so far, just sounds
so
could be a historical drama. I mean, like set during the witch trials and stuff. But it is absolutely wild. The sets are absolutely unbelievable. The like huge white brick.
Yeah, that they reminded me of Holy Mountain and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. And a lot of the compositions are kind of like it as well. The way it's framed. The sets are by Derek Jarman, I think. No, I know. I'm just saying.
I know.
To sound.
I
like
know this.
Just trying to sound.
Well, it's your favourite film. You can have.
Yeah, I'm allowed to know a few things. Well, I mostly just read. I knew Derek Jarman did the sets, but I read a bunch of stuff last night because I didn't really know what else apart from the Rape of Christ scene was censored.
Yeah, that scene is.
The Rape of Christ scene is pretty full on. They literally tear down a statue of Christ and like writhe all over it.
It's not. Like you said, it's not even been released now on the.
No,
it's
where did you get the?
I just online. I don't know. I just had before the DVD ever came out. I downloaded a.
Before you'd ever even seen The Devils, you had the scene.
No. That was the first way I saw it though. Was that copy with that in it? So it was like a bad quality copy from before it was easy to get. So
it's on YouTube, I think.
Yeah.
Because I was anticipating the cut. I was like, when's it going to come? And then it's like, ah!
Yeah.
It's like, oh, Jesus. It's like, it obviously fits in there.
Yeah.
But there's, like, I think there must be a couple of bits missing for it to
and I'm not sure. I think the sound might be looped. I'm not sure that the sound that's on there doesn't sound like it's the real music.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It loops and there's lots of little breaks in it and it starts again. I'm not sure it's completely perfect, but that's the best.
It's the best we had.
So that scene was. This film was produced by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
Which is absolutely crazy. Like
that's why most of it got cut.
Definitely. The late 60s and 70s, they were like the big American studios were investing a lot in British productions because American films weren't very cool at that time. It was like before New Hollywood and stuff, so it was like British films were like the cool place for them to invest their money and make English language films that they could distribute everywhere. And like they seemed for a little while to just be giving out money to any like any kind of established or whatever director to just make whatever they want, which is pretty much why most of Ken Russell's best films exist, I think, because it's just they just give him money and he goes and makes something and they go, oh my god, we can't release this. He had to cut all the stuff just to get an X rating.
Crazy
on it. But there's a couple of things that are cut that aren't very much. It's like some women's pubic hair.
Yeah.
Some.
Well, you see quite a lot of that, to be fair.
Yeah, I know. There's even more cut. At the very end, you know, so Grandier's dead. He's been burnt at the stake.
Yeah. And
Vanessa Redgrave is back in her.
Yeah. What happened? You don't find out what happens to her.
Well, there's a bit you miss because she's alive.
Yeah.
Yeah, and essentially just going to carry on being a nun.
Yeah.
But and that guy comes in, the guy who initially came to tear the walls down. Like Grandier has upset a bunch of people who conspire against him to try him as a witch. This is basically what happens. So one of those guys is there with her, and like he chucks down the femur bone.
Yep.
The burnt, like charred femur bone.
Oh yeah.
The scene that's cut from the end is the Sister Jeanne starts masturbating with it.
Right. Jesus.
Sort of in like hopeless, like pathetically. And that's the bit that's still cut. Yeah, she really was. But so good. She's so great.
Yeah, she's awesome in it. She's brilliant. But it's just a massive orgy, Jim. That's why you like it.
It's mostly an orgy.
Yeah.
It's like it manages to be like really frenzied and intense, but it's also like funny and silly, and it's like almost like Monty Python at times.
I was going to say it reminded me of some bits reminded me of Brazil.
Yeah, definitely.
The king when he comes in on that and he's eating all the sweets.
And the two doctors really reminded me of Monty Python.
The chemist,
so
and
funny.
The surgeon.
Yeah, and then it also manages to at the same time be really like serious and powerful. It's like it's crazy that it manages to do it all.
There's a funny bit right at the start when there's like the surgeon and the chemist, and they're like trying out all these crazy.
And Grandier comes in and just flips out.
He's like, "What is this?"
This is like an alligator under the woman. She's like, good,
lying on a crocodile, and then the father of the woman that he got pregnant. Yeah. They basically have a sword fight. But he
he's trying to kill Oliver Reed's using the crocodile to protect himself while the guy swipes him with a sword. That was like the most absurd part in the whole thing. I love that bit.
And the bit when there's Vanessa Redgrave, she's pretending to be possessed.
Yeah.
And that guy, the doctor's come up with that massive syringe.
Yeah.
My god.
There's some stuff cut there as well that was implied anal insertion.
Really uncomfortable to watch.
You can tell where they shove it. I mean,
you can tell this is a reoccurring theme in Jim's films.
Yeah.
It's not.
Women being mutilated.
It's not.
Okay.
It is in Suspiria. Not being mutilated like this. It's not as sexual, but
no.
There's none of that in The Wicker Man.
What, sex? But there's a lot of sex.
No, let's
go on to the...
Come on. Well, let's hear. I want to hear what you two thought first. I mean, Liam's seen it before, but go on.
But I still think this is the first film I've ever seen when a man witch gets burnt. I don't think I've ever seen a film with.
It's not very common in films, no.
No, so and he was promised to be strangled, but he never.
Yeah, that was apparently a real thing. Like if you were lucky and you got a nice executioner, they would strangle you at the stake before they set fire.
But they didn't.
We didn't burn people for it very often in the UK. But a
bit more sense
in Europe. Well, in Scotland they burnt like 4,000 witches, but we just hung them. Just hung 1,000 or so. Yeah, but in France and across Europe it was just like the punishment was to be burnt at the stake. It's absolutely horrifying.
Yeah, it looks horrible.
I mean, you see him like. Even just the dramatisation of it seems horrible.
Yeah.
With his skin all bubbling and he's just screaming. It's awful.
That's not something you usually see.
No.
When people are being burned. It usually just skips away and you just see the flames and screams.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like, frames it wider so you can't actually see. But like you can
just
see
hear
him.
The screams.
He's clearly got like multiple layers of makeup going on, so that you really see like the whole transformation of him burning in there. It's horrible. A really intense film. I love it.
Good.
What did you think, Jack?
Loved it, obviously.
Because you've withheld.
Good.
Jack's got his ratings up for the other two on Letterboxd already, and he gave them both 5. But he's withheld his rating on this because he only just watched it. He thought he'd tell us on air. What would you give it?
It's not a 5 from me.
Oh.
Not. Yeah, it's close. It's 4.5.
See, 4.5 is still great.
I think you're.
That's a 9.
Just trying to take me down.
No, it's just an opinion.
No,
yeah,
that's not an opinion. It's a fact. Yeah. This is Mark Kermode's favourite film, so you know it must be a fact because he's.
God, yeah, he's
always right. He's one of those guys.
Right.
Yeah, similarities between you two.
Yeah.
Mm.
Not sure how I feel about that.
This. You love the...
No, I can understand why it would be...
It's just a bit intense. Like, I've just watched 3 films that are quite...
It's not for everyone's taste to be watching things like this sequentially, all in 2 days.
I mean, if there was like a week or so in between them all, then...
Yeah.
Be a bit different, I think, but... Or you're not happy with that?
No, obviously I am. I'm joking.
It's great, man. I loved it.
It's a great film. Let's go on to The Wicker. Again, it's got all the sexy ladies in it for Jim.
Again.
There's one sexy lady in
film. There's a religious theme going through it.
Religious theme.
Yeah.
Lots of nudity.
Yeah. Paganism.
A man being burnt at the stake.
Yeah.
Well,
at the end.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
Not sure anybody doesn't know that he gets burnt in the Wicker Man.
I knew that someone got burnt, but I didn't really know. I didn't know the story.
Right, that's good.
It's like a twist. I didn't know that.
Right.
Like it was all like a...
You thought he was actually going to save little, whatever name is, Rowan?
Yeah.
Her name is.
But it was all a ploy to get him there.
Yeah. And he had to come willingly and stuff. It's all part of the sacrifice.
And the whole time he was being manipulated to...
Yeah, exactly.
To do everything he did was...
As he was supposed to,
Yeah, predetermined. And as soon as the little twist happened, I was like... It all made sense, and I was just awesome film.
Yeah, the tone is very strange before that, especially on the first viewing. I'm not sure how I felt the first time I saw it.
Yeah, I was gonna, if it carried on the same way the whole way through, I was just gonna be like, I'm gonna have to give this a low rating and just get a load of flack for it on the pod. Crazy
that it managed to turn you. It wasn't like the end came along and you went, oh, okay, that was better than I thought, and it bumped it up a star. That it went all the way up. Like it made all the stuff you didn't like at the beginning work for you just by how it ended.
Something just clicked in my mind. I was smiling when he was being burned.
Yeah, well that's the thing about it is like you're kind of not on his side that much. Like he's as much as he's like I mean he's really like. Well, should we say what the plot is?
Yeah. Just
so Edward Woodward is a police sergeant. He's sent to an island called Summer Isle to investigate a missing girl. He's a very devout religious man, quite a prude.
No sex before marriage.
Yeah, no sex and all that, which becomes important. And Summer Isle basically is still practicing pagan, religion or whatever, and the whole film, his whole investigation to find the missing girl is just like a trap that they've laid to lead him to a big human sacrifice at the end when he's the sacrifice. Because he's a male virgin, he represents the king, doesn't he? That's part of it because he's a police officer. There's all these kind of things that it has to the sacrifice has to fulfill, and he fulfills all of them, and then he thinks he's there investigating one thing, and actually he's just been lured there to be sacrificed
because they've
for
had
a better harvest. They had a bad harvest last year.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
he dresses up as a Punch.
He dresses up as Punch, and he doesn't know that that's exactly what he's supposed to do.
Yeah.
He's supposed to dress up as Punch to fulfill that symbolic role in their whole ritual.
They're all dressed up.
Oh man!
And he's convinced that the little girl that he's trying to find is going to be sacrificed.
It's going to be burnt. Yeah, he thinks they're going to sacrifice her.
He saves her. Well, he thinks he saves her.
He thinks he's saving her. She's just leading him.
Yeah, runs through a cave. They come out the other end, and Christopher Lee's
there. They are. They're already there. Everyone's already there that he thinks he's run away from.
Shot so good when he looks up the hill and it's like 6 people looking, and then he looks up again and then the whole town just turns up, and the drums start playing.
When he sees the Wicker Man.
Yeah,
that's my favourite. It's probably a lot of people's favourite scene.
That's what I always say it.
It's brilliant, man.
The old god, but that gets changed into Fenton, which Chat would probably do. A mashup of.
I would love to see that.
Oh, that'd be good.
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ!
Fenton! Because as I was watching it before, I realised, I didn't know the story. I was just thinking of overlaying like a laugh track.
You'd practically have parts of The League of Gentlemen if you put a laughter track over it.
Well, this is their favourite film.
Yeah, they love it.
And he did try to get off the island, we should say, but his boat...
I would have left straight away. First off, don't go alone.
Yeah, exactly. Tell people you're going.
Yeah, but he doesn't know... I mean, he's just going to an island. You would just think... You wouldn't think everyone on the island is going to try and kill you, would you? You'd
true,
think...
But after the first night... Something wasn't quite right. He saw like the picture was missing and like the foreskin doctor or whatever.
And he saw. But yeah, this is just a great film. It's the Wicker Tree. Any good?
I haven't seen it. I've been meaning to for ages, and I keep just forgetting about it. It's not meant to be very good, but then no one liked the Wicker Man when it came out, so it's hard to know whether it's just like kind of.
We should watch the remake.
Yeah,
we should watch. One week we'll watch the sequel and the remake.
Yeah.
But this is just Robin Hardy's only other film. Like he made The Wicker Man. There's something called The Fantasist by the looks of it. Don't know what that is. If
when you made The Wicker Man,
it's a feature film.
You just
Wicker Man.
Back.
Then eventually, like 20, 30 years later, made a sequel to it. But like, how do you just make something that good and then not do anything else?
Well,
just resting on his laurels.
He has. He's done it.
Yeah.
Because it's amazing. If you've only seen the remake,
it doesn't even bear comparison.
Mental. Watch the original. It's 10 times the film that is. But
and then what was the last one, Jim?
The last film.
Yeah, Grails.
Suspiria.
I mean, I know, but I'm just trying to
making me say it.
It's your week.
Yeah, Suspiria. Dario Argento film from 1977 about witches.
Yeah.
So.
You can do the plot.
Yeah, I'll do a little summary. It's not much of a plot again, so it only takes a second. That's another thing is that I'm not that interested in plots most of the time. So
I was going to say
the films I really like have basically not got plots. So Jessica Harper plays Susie Banyan. She's a dancer. She's moving to Germany to study at the Tanz Academy for a year or whatever.
Yeah.
And turns out that the academy is run by witches, basically.
It's a coven.
It's a coven. None of the students know. Not none of them. Not none of them. If they know, they soon disappear.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But pretty much all the staff are involved they're part of a coven which is headed by Helena Marcus, who is I think dead basically, but
you'll try to kill me. Yeah,
she's already dead, but she is still the head of the coven. She's still there, but they're doing like a weird like communion thing with her, where she puts her power into him and stuff.
It's such a good film.
Yeah,
the lights.
It's
like it's like a nightmare. Like it it's not coherent in the way that most films are. It's coherent in as much as it's a pretty straightforward thing that happens over the course of the film. You're not confused, but like, it's not very worried about having believable characters. Certainly not about having good performances or good dialogue.
It looked like there were some overdubs of
the Italian films didn't used to be. Yeah, the whole Italian film industry, they didn't record dialogue live.
Oh, okay.
So pretty much every Italian film, they dub it all afterwards, and especially with the horror films, everyone would speak their own language. So no one, like, characters aren't necessarily speaking the same language to each other, and then they just dub. They do an Italian dub, an English dub, you know.
Right. Okay. But yeah,
so that's part of what. But it adds to the atmosphere of it, I think, because it's still just the whole thing feels kind of off.
I kind of just forgot about it though. Towards
after
a while, it's just part of the film.
Exactly.
And it fits the thing. The whole film is like really dreamlike and weird anyway, so it kind of fits. I always think that with Italian horror films generally that kind of suits them, but
yes, most of them are like dreams, aren't they? The bit when the guy he's blind and he's got his dog.
Yeah.
And he's walking through this massive square, and Dario Argento's done a shot where he's just looking down on him and his dog, and it's completely empty. Yeah. And you know something bad's going to happen.
Like unusually empty as well.
Yeah,
like you can tell something's going on, and then you get the shadows like moving across the front of the.
And then all these birds fly over.
Like is it birds though, or is it the witches?
Well, you don't know.
Yeah.
You see a lot of birds on that cathedral thing he's looking at. Well, you can't see.
Yeah.
His dog's barking at something.
But the shadows that move across the front of the building, I always think look like witches flying around.
Bigger than birds. Yeah. They all fly over whatever they are, and then his dog looks at his head and turns and just bites his throat out.
Yeah.
And it's crazy. And he's eating it, and it looks like ham.
Yeah.
Yeah. It still managed to gross me out though, even though it wasn't.
Yeah. Yeah, there's so many great bits like that. There's this woman that's completely cut up towards the end, and she has 2 pins in her eyes.
Oh yeah. Her friend who's been like possessed.
Yeah, and she's coming at Susie with a knife.
Yeah,
and she's just laughing, which is
very
crazy.
Creepy. And really, the special effects are like, if you went to a craft store, you could pick up the stuff to probably figure out how to do it yourself.
There's a bat.
You see the strength. Yeah. But on this film as well, when she's getting a meal, and she chucks all the food down the toilet.
Which is one of the most disgusting bits in the whole film.
And then she's got this red drink, which is literally
meant to be wine, and it sticks.
It looks like
it stays it like paint. Yeah,
and
it's
it really
crazy.
annoys me that she had to really throw it in. I mean, she obviously had to do it for the film, but
just pour it down the sink. Don't get it all over the white.
And then she doesn't even make a good job of clearing it.
No, really bad.
In. It's all on her hands.
But she thinks they're
poisoning
her, which maybe they are. I don't.
And then
don't really explain that. There's a lot of things that aren't completely fleshed out, but
that woman that falls in all that
the barbed wire. It's not barbed wire, just wire.
Just wire. Yeah.
That I had issues with that scene as well. Actually.
Well, again, I think it's meant to be like dreamlike, where she's in real life she would have looked down and gone, oh, there's a wire here, and she wouldn't have got tangled up in it. But she drops down, and then suddenly all this wire's on top of her, and she's like.
But she took ages to get out of the room.
Not as long as the stupid killer takes trying to lift up that really simple.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Lock.
Like the latch.
That latch is literally just. He's got a straight razor. He's stuck it through, and it's a latch that just lifts. All he's got to do
is one movement,
just simply move it up. But he keeps kind of teasing it backwards so that it just slips off the end of the. He doesn't need to use the end of the blade, but he just keeps letting it slip off the end of the blade. That bit drives me nuts. But again, it's supposed to be like,
it's like in a way like toying with her.
Yeah, that partly, and also it's like in a dream, things sometimes are weird like that. Like you can't do something even though there's no reason why you can't do it. Yeah. Do you know what I mean?
It's like you lose all your power, like all your strength. Don't you?
Exactly. Yeah. In the same way that she gets caught up in the wire in a way that almost doesn't seem very realistic. Well, not almost. It doesn't seem very realistic.
I'd be like, I could get out of this.
Just like, oh, it's just wire. Just get out. I've never been caught up in anything like that. It's just wire. But that's the end of her.
So that's the week.
Right. Yeah, that's it.
That was a good week. I mean, that's going to be the end of the good weeks now.
No more good weeks. Although I think this one was the most interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thanks. Tried to
I'm trying not to
pick things.
blow smoke.
Yeah. Well, that's exactly what I love. Keep blowing.
Yeah, okay. There's like a theme throughout each one of our films.
Definitely. Well, yeah, mine's definitely.
You're like now I know what a gym film is.
Yep.
Basically.
These are definitely gym films.
There's
But you weren't so sure that yours were really your favourite films anymore. That was the conclusion we came to with yours, wasn't it?
not necessarily my favourite films, but the themes and like dystopian sort of sci-fi.
Yeah.
Conspiracies and like
because they live on it as well, wouldn't it? If we did
Jim's
top 4.
is awful things happening to women.
Not true.
To women.
And then for Liam's, I'd say we know what Liam's. It's there's been an injustice, and a bunch of men have to go. And fix
they have to sort it out.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not Mulholland Drive, but that is definitely Liam's. As far as I'm concerned, and revenge. He loves revenge.
Yeah,
but then
you like a wrong being righted.
I love films like
one way or another.
The films like the Apartment and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, completely. No, you don't have to be pigeonholed. If I were to choose a bunch of other, like a much broader list of films, then it would be there's so much stuff that it would be completely, dissimilar that would be on there. But from these are like gym films, really. Yeah. Even though I love a bunch of other films that aren't anything like these.
Yeah, try and distance yourself from the gym films.
Oh no, I embrace it. I love
they're
films.
good. They're very good.
I thought Sailor would have been
I've only watched that once. This made me feel a bit sick. Jack, we'll watch it one week.
Pure. That is Jim's film.
Oh, is
right
it? People eating poo and stuff.
Yeah, being tortured by
a bunch of Italian fascists. Yeah.
Man, I don't want to see any.
No, it's not real. Don't worry. It's not real poo.
No.
Fake poo. It is gross. It is a good film. It's Pasolini. He's a very acclaimed director, but he's not a misogynist, as far as I'm aware. He was gay.
Defending the misogynists. Jim's.
No. Dario Argento, I would call very likely a bit of a misogynist.
Yeah.
The Devils, I don't think is misogynist. I think it's
a lot of debauchery.
More about. Lots of debauchery, but that's the different thing. Yeah.
One of your themes, Jim.
It's very outrageous. I like an outrageous film.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure I would allow you to say that misogyny was one of my films. Sorry?
The nudity.
There's no nudity in Suspiria, though.
No, true.
Well, you've looked.
What it lacks in the nudity it makes up for in women being...
If you...
women being hurt.
Exactly. Rather than naked, it's just violence against women in place of that.
That's the sound clip, Jack. Spare waffle. No, just teasing. Jim doesn't just.
I would think anyone that's watching would understand that we're joking when we say that.
Listening, Jim.
Listening. I will never get that right.
The viewers love it.
Yeah, no. And this is Letterboxd where you can only pick 4 out of the possible hundreds of films.
I mean, my picks aren't even my Letterboxd top 4, so...
Are they changed?
Yeah.
Well, it's just Along Came Polly.
Oh, yes, just 4 of Along Came Polly, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah.
That will never change. And I'll tell you that in the description.
Yeah. I mean, mine's changed.
Top 4 never changes. In response to Liam's, top 4's always changing.
Always changing, yeah. It's fair enough.
Yeah.
Anyway, that was Whit's picks. We're going to discuss. I mean, we've done an hour already.
I feel like I've learned some things about you guys.
Yeah, it was a good one because it's Jim's week. He's all prepared.
Well, not very prepared. It's just
It's like the other ones. I didn't really watch them.
So I didn't making a claim, man.
Jim's film.
I didn't have to rewatch Blade Runner. I didn't have. I know.
I mean, I've seen it, so I didn't have to watch it, but I did.
I do.
It's all right.
Properly watch.
Right, where are those naked ladies?
Yeah.
No.
Torture scene.
There is a lot of torture in sadism. Might be a bit of a theme.
And
we all liked it.
Here we
and
next pick is going to be torture for all of us.
Is it?
Yeah.
Not for
all of us. I can't remember what we chose.
You do.
We haven't chosen any films yet, but we chose the theme, and it's going to be Adam Sandler.
Yeah, which Jack's going to be in his element.
I mean, Jack loves it already. Cannot wait to watch.
Yeah, so...
I mean...
Happy Gilmore.
Grown Ups 2? Are we interested in that?
2, the sequel.
We'll just go straight in for the sequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not? I don't think there's a plot, so it doesn't matter, does it? We're not going to miss any.
It's all the men who are irresponsible and the women are fed up. Isn't that the plot?
Right. So Grown Ups 2, that's one. Jack and Jill? Get the full scope of Adam Sandler's acting.
I was going to say Adam Pacitti then, but it's not the main event.
Not yet.
Later.
That's coming.
Yeah. One day he's going to hear this and think I'm obsessed with him.
What's the problem?
It's just weird to mention a guy I haven't talked to in 10 years every single week.
Problem?
Yeah, but it's a weird.
Okay,
weird
so
podcast.
Grown Ups 2, Jack and Jill.
So we've got Grown Ups, Jack and Jill.
I would like to revisit Happy Gilmore.
Okay.
Because I thought it was hilarious.
Happy Gilmore's good.
When I was a young
Yeah.
lad.
True. I still say some things
Reminds
from
me of
it.
Cameron.
All in the hips.
Oh, to be fair,
Tap it in.
Tap it. Just
yeah, exactly. Tap it in. I mean, we say some of the lines now when we play Rocket League.
And we're not being ironic.
So,
they just come out.
Right, so that's the
that's the picks
there for your listeners.
Grown Ups 2,
Jack and Jill.
Do it.
Sorry, Jack and Jill, Grown Ups 2, and Happy Gilmore.
You're gonna love
there
it.
We go. Right.
No.
Thanks for listening.
Bye, thank you for listening.
Look out for main event coming separately. Bye.
Bye.